Welcome to Real Life and Archetypes. My name is Marina. So today I just want to pop up very quickly because I'm focusing on this trial, which is ending. This is in closing arguments, and this relates to archetype. I just wanted to show you a short moment here. At the end of the closing, the woman you're seeing on the screen is the prosecutor, and this is the end of her closing. We're talking about a case where a grandmother had her own grandchildren's father killed, or at least she's accused of masterminding this murder for hire. And she just wanted to keep the children for herself. She was described by her lawyer as somebody who cares about others. But to me, this is a very good example to see the opposition of forces. This is something that needs to be integrated in archetypes, the older self and the younger self, right? So the older self has a tendency to control, to just want to control. This is an example here of the person, the woman who is accused here. We have seen through the evidence just how suffocating she is. And this moment, this brought me to tears because this is really an example of how sociopaths, they just control, they suffocate, and they destroy the spirit of those who do feel. And a child is a symbolic example of being vulnerable and feeling. Okay, so the older self, the younger self, which really is the family self, the personal self. And here we're going to see the example clearly. This is a grandmother and the grandchildren. And one of them is being sad in school, and she is denying those feelings. And she is denying that grief because she claims that the boy cannot know anything because he was too young to feel the absence of his father. And this is just absolutely just incredible to listen to that. So I want you to hear that moment with this prosecutor because I think this is something very important.
The defense told you in opening that this defendant cares about others more than she cares about herself. The problem is that she decides what other people need, what's necessary for other people in their lives, and she is willing to justify whatever ends she thinks are needed. Those little boys lost their father. Look what she says in 64T. Children are 2 and 3. Children do not even have a memory of life before age 5 or 6. Look what she says in 64II when Wendy is concerned. This is 2 years after the murder. Her child is having trouble at school, crying because he misses his father. And this woman, this nice grandmother, innocent woman, says, quote, "I still do not believe that Ben is sad about his father." Quotations on the sad. 64II. "I still do not believe that Ben is sad about his father. I spend a minimum of 25 hours a week with him, and oftentimes more than that, including weekend times and sleepover days, and have never experienced a time when he was sad. I think it's just another phase of the many, many phases that kids go through. The problem is they have a highly intelligent and sensitive mom." She doesn't believe that this kid is sad because she can't take accountability for her own actions and the catastrophic consequences that this had on everyone's life in her family. Not just her son, not just her daughter, not just Rob, not just Dan Markell, but those boys.
So this is just an amazing closing, and I really appreciated those words. I think the prosecutor was actually moved at the end because, listen, this is such a tragic situation of this person who represents herself as caring for others. But the only thing that she does is that she wants everybody to do exactly what she wants them to do. So that's the controlling side and suffocating and then erasing the feelings of a young child who is missing his father and denying their grief. So some wounds don't need words to be seen, right? This poor little kid, and there were 2 children here. But for me, hearing it say out loud was a reminding of just how deeply control can wound the ones who still feel. So I just wanted to make a case here for this example of how this can get out of control. This is a person, the accused, the defendant, who participated to hire hitmen to eliminate the father of her grandchildren just because she wanted them to be closer. She was in Miami, the kids were in Tallahassee, Florida. And this is an amazing case that has been going on for years. We've had 4 trials so far, and everyone watching is just waiting for everyone in that controlling family to just pay for this horrible murder. So this is just an example. I just wanted to talk about archetypes here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.